Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. So this is a tag, and well, first of all, one of my subscribers suggested I do a video about my upcoming goals. I think they'd seen Crystal from Bag a Day had done one and suggested that I do one, and then today I saw Sam had done one from Memphis Make, so I kind of decided that I would turn it into a challenge tag so that we could do our goals and not resolutions. I hate New Year's resolutions, they never last today, but goals and things you want to do for 24. And Sam did 24 as it's 2024. So I figured I'm going to try my best to figure out 24 of them. I've written some down, and I'm going to get going, and I'm going to challenge and do this as a tag. Why not? Okay, if you don't have a YouTube channel and you want to tell me what yours are, then you don't have to pick 24 if you don't want to, but you can put it in the comment section. You can choose 24 by all means. If you do have a channel and I don't call your name out, and you want to do it, consider yourself well and truly tagged to do it. Okay, so this is 24 goals and things I'd like to do for 2024. And the first one is something that really goes against my grain, you know. I need to get organized. When it comes to things like my YouTube channel, the Crochet Rocks, every single year, and for other things as well, not just Christmas, but every single year I have an idea of things that I would like to do, tutorials I'd like to make, things I want to make for people. I'll do a tutorial for it, but I'll make a few for the kids, for instance, every year. And for the last 3 years, like the last 3 Christmases, things have conspired, and I've got maybe a tutorial done here and there, like my hat was very popular, my gift bag or stroke hot water bottle, very popular. So yeah, I've done a few, but something always seems to come along to scupper those plans and to put a little spanner in the works and all the other cliches that you can grab hold of. So a couple of years back, my son had a bleed on his brain, as you all know, and then I got COVID, so that was that Christmas completely written off. And then this Christmas, I had a 2-week course sprung up on me, and I got a really awful virus. So that was this year's Christmas, sorry. Can't really remember what happened last Christmas, but it was probably one of us was ill. Something always happens. So I want to get ahead of myself, and I want to, it's sort of, how can I explain? Like Valentine's Day's coming up, maybe I can think of something now. Easter's coming up, maybe next month start thinking about something to get on there for Easter. So I want to be more organized. Now, regular viewers of my channel will know I hate the thought of being on a schedule. I do schedule some things. I've got my hump day giveaways and winners, but I'm not a good planner, so this is going to be hard for me. Number 2 is to advertise in a proper publication for my shop, hobbyrocks.co.uk. Before Christmas, for about 3 or 4 months before, I arranged an advert to go into, it was meant to be a magazine, but they sold it, and at the last minute it went in Let's Knit Together. So it went in for 2 normal Let's Knit Togethers and 1 Christmas special with my Santa sacks. So I had 3 adverts go. Now, I always say just do one thing. So if you're going to make a change or try something, do one thing, because otherwise you don't know if it's a success or not, because you don't know what it might have been that was. So now that's all done and dusted, I want to do something like advertise in a proper magazine. So when you turn over the pages of, say, Simply Crochet magazine, you just might see hobbyrocks.co.uk. So I want to do that. That's one thing. Although the training course did impact on me, it was 2 week long and it was all day. So it was, I only missed 1 through illness, but I want to do more. I want to do more training courses. It was actually a really valuable training course, which is why I did it in the first place. and there were some really beneficial things that I'm going to carry forward from there. So I want to do more. And one of those things that I learned was how to write a website for free. Now, you know, I have a website. It's hobbyrocks.co.uk, and I do that along with my web designer Chris. He's the real technical wizard. I upload the products and do lots of things, but do the SEO, search engine optimization. But he's the one, if I say, oh, I'd like a pop-up, he'll look into that and he'll find something for me that goes with what I want to do. So yeah, this particular one though, I want to do one from scratch just for myself, and I don't know whether it will just be a Crochet Rocks website or what I'll do yet, but I will link it to my shop one, because if you have a website and you link it to other websites that are legitimate, proper websites, it's beneficial to your search engine optimization. I knew that anyway. I've got a few links already going on, but yeah, I want to do that. So number 5, I want to do a collaboration. Now, before going dry, I can't drink the tea, it's a bit hot. Before Christmas, I spoke to the Yarn Addict, and we did say that we might do a collaboration in the new year. However, he's become extremely busy, so whether that will happen or not, I don't know. Fingers crossed that it will. Build up my other channels is number 6. So I'm almost there at monetization with Rocksteady. It's something like 100 and a few, like just, it's under 150 now watch hours before it's monetized. And I do over there some derma rolling, all my other unboxings that are not yarny, lots of beauty stuff. I want to do some, I actually want to do some microdermabrasion and do that and show the results. There's scam alerts, there's everything over there you can imagine. YouTube help videos. A massive personal one for me is to lose weight. I want to, we did do a diet before Christmas, Gary and I, we did a bit of low carbing, and I want to get that back on track. There is a big reason for it. Bear with me, I've just got to knock at the door, I'll come straight. Sorry about that, just making sure it's rolling. One of my goals should have been to be more thorough, because this is the 3rd attempt at making this video. In actual fact, it wasn't really my fault that it went wrong. The first one, the device was full and I didn't know, so I didn't record. The second one, although I pressed the button, it wasn't moving, so I messed up. So anyway, this is the 3rd attempt. I didn't need to tell you, but I have. Anyway, yeah, so the massive one for me is to lose weight. Lose weight. It's been a goal of mine for a very long time, but this is the year I need to get it done. It was slower going. Might be cooled down enough to drink now. It was slower going for me last time I attempted it. I might just have to accept that as you get older it becomes harder to shed the pounds, but I need to do it for a few reasons, and that is number 8. Next goal is go to Vegas, because Gary has been saying for quite some time that he wants to go back to Vegas. We loved it there, we had a really great time, and he wants to go back. And so this might be the year that we say, okay, let's do it. So we're going to go to the travel agent, book it up, put the deposit on, and then just pay it off gradually, so we won't notice it so much. And pick out some excursions and try and do them gradually as well. So I did say to Gary, I'm not going to Vegas overweight. I mean, I might not lose all of it by the time I go. I mean, like I said, it's gonna be slow going, but I don't want to be this size when I go to Vegas. So that's goal, big goal number 8. Get to Vegas, baby. So if I do go to Vegas, for those of you who can get there, who not very far away, maybe I'll do a little meet up and perhaps film it. You never know. Lots planned, really. So yeah. Number 9, and something I have just done, do some cooking and use my Ninja, because before Christmas, in Black Friday, I bought the Ninja that's like an oven. You know, it's got pull down oven front, and I also bought one with a drawer. I gave away my old Ninja. I gave it to Paul and Victoria. So I've got just the two now, and I've used them, and every single thing I've done in them has been amazing. I've been really, really pleased with the results. So the books that come with them are absolutely not fit for purpose. They're awful books. So it's kind of a case of working it out for yourself. So the ones I have are new, a bit too new to have any videos for them already. So it's been kind of trial and error, but it's been trial, not much error, which I'm happy about. So I want to do that. I want to cook more with the Ninja, and maybe put it on video. It won't be on Crochet Vox. I used to have a diet channel called Diet Rocks, where I did my cooking videos and I did do diet related stuff. I don't think I'll be resurrecting that. I'm going to do, if I do anything like that, it'll be on Rocksteady. It's a lifestyle channel, so it can encompass so many things. So yeah, I might move some of my cooking videos to that channel, and I might even call it a little segment of Diet Rocks within Rocksteady, but that's the way I'll go. And I will do some cooking tutorials for that when I feel like I know it better. Number 10, do more live streams. I used to, when I first started YouTube, do lots and lots of live streams. I used to do evening live streams. There weren't that many of us at it at the time. Penny was doing them, Granny D and Nee, a few others. But now there are millions out there literally doing them, and so it's hard to find a regular. Oh, and Jan did it as well, but she was quite late night. She was like there burning the midnight oil. So yeah, I used to go on after D or something like that, and it got harder and harder to put yourself in because I don't schedule, you know, not being a planner and all that. It was hard to find a little slot. In the end, I just decided, you know what, if I clash, I clash. I don't have to do it. So I mostly do them during the day. I'm filming this on Wednesday. This is hump day, although it won't go out on Wednesday. So I did a live stream yesterday. It was an impromptu one, and I was making a new project, which is here. And so I've got one out in the Yarn van that if I do a live out there, I can make, and I can do this one. I also want to do live streaming over on Rocksteady. It does help with those watch hours. I haven't got many to go now. So, yeah, but I will do more live streaming. I always say I enjoy them, so I might as well do them. 11 is another personal goal, and it goes hand in hand with 12. So, and 13 springs off of it. So it is to see family more. And when I say that, I mean to see my kids, to see my grandchildren, to see Gary's brothers more, to, you know, visit my sister. Maybe my sister can come visit me, you know, see family more. And when I say family, I mean all family, and go out with them too, zoos or whatever. Just make the most of what's out there and go out more. Become a bit of a hermit. And I believe that it was mainly all of the lockdown situation that got us all like little hermits. I used to be out and about all the time. When I was with my ex, I used to go out a lot on my own, or shopping with somebody. But I don't do any of that now. And I tend to think, oh, I feel like going, so I'll wait till Gary's off and we'll go. But I've got like days where I could do stuff, and I'm going to make the most of it. So that is to go out more. Oh, I've left the lid off and it's going a bit iffy. Don't leave the lid off is another one, isn't it? But number 13 is restart the yarn quests, because that's another thing that I used to do when I went out and about, was the yarn quests. I would go to find a high street yarn shop. Now I've done the island. I've done the one in Sheerness a couple of times. I will do it again when she expands. I said I would. I did some in Raynham. I did some in Gillingham, but there's a whole lot more. And I did one in Faversham. So yeah, I've been out and about, but I need to do more of my yarn quest. So that's another one, is to resurrect my yarn quest videos. Likewise, to do my swatch videos, to do more swatches. Everybody tells me how much they enjoy those and that they like seeing how the yarn works up if they're thinking of buying it. And the last one that I did it live. I made the swatch live. And everybody really enjoyed that and said that they liked that format. So what I will do, I will make some swatches and I'll do one live, maybe a different colour. And Julie, lovely Julie, has sent me some swatches that she made for me, which is amazing. So I will use those and perhaps make one of mine on air. So that'll be my swatches. What does that say? Oh, walk more and move more. That will obviously help the diet. That will help with losing weight, getting any kind of like fitter. But the reason that I put that is because before Christmas, this is a bit of a bit of an owning up sort of thing. We went to see some Christmas lights, and it was a castle, and we walked around the grounds looking at the Christmas lights. By the end of that, I was freezing anyway, but it was exhausting, and my legs ached for 2 days, which wasn't that far to me. I mean, I didn't think it was that far. Gary and myself, we went to Lakeside, which is a big shopping mall in Essex. I don't know why I'm drying up. We went to a big shopping mall in Essex. And there's a big business park on the outside. There was also a little kind of Christmas fair in the grounds. We were that exhausted going around the shopping mall that we didn't see all of the shops. And if you kind of think, oh, maybe I'll get that, we'll go back to that shop, forget it. We're not going back to any of them. You know, it was just absolutely exhausting. And I used to do that all the time, take it in my stride, and let alone go to the gym, you know. Goodness. So I really do need to build up some kind of fitness. I really, really do. Now, number 15 is a bit of a miserable one, really. I want to do a funeral plan. And it's obviously a personal goal, but I want to do it because if I'm the last one to go, the burden of that falls upon all your loved ones, and you know, and if I'm not, it still falls upon like probably Gary to do something. And I don't want a big fuss made. I've decided Gary's brother recently did this, and he calls it burn and return, which, you know, I've banned Gary from calling it that because he kept saying it, and I was like, stop it, don't. You know, but basically when I worked for a funeral care company, I was an area manager, they brought this in, and it was where you don't have to have any kind of ceremony. You can just basically they tell you when and where it's going to happen, but there's no audience, if you like, for want of a better word. Then they present you back with the ashes, and that's it. So that's why he called it burn and return, which is awful. It was funny, but it was awful. So yeah, that's what I'm going to aim for. Can't remember what it, the company I work for, I can't remember what they called it, but it is a no frills kind of cremation only funeral, and that's what I'm going to do. So people can then go and do what they want to do to remember that person, whether they go to their favourite spot or have a drink or plant a tree or, you know, whatever they want to do. But they won't be one of those awful congregations that everybody sits there and sobs. That won't be happening. So yeah, I want to do that this year. I've said it though for the last 5 or 6 years, I need to do that, and I still haven't done it yet. So I'm going to try my best to get that done. So it's no expense and no hassle for anyone, you know, when the day. And you know, I'm always, every time I get a sore, I think my cancer is back. So, you know, I really should do it. Enough of that one though. That is morbid. That was number 16, sorry. 17 is write my patterns down. I don't suppose I will get many done, but at least I want to try and write down at least one of my patterns, because I'm always asked by people, do you have a written pattern for this one? And I have to say, no, sorry, I don't have time to write my patterns. To be honest with you, the last time I followed a pattern, I was probably a young girl. Because, you know, once I learned and I followed patterns, after that I just made things off my own back. I just designed things and did them as I went and winged it. That's mostly in my life, that's what I do. I just kind of wing life, really. I wing it. So that's nevermore read a pattern. But not to say that I probably can't, but you know, I will probably need to think about what I'm doing. And some people, I think like Crystal, are very lucky to have pattern writers that will do it for them, but I don't. And so yeah, that's what I want to do. I'm going to try, at least. Sorry, I had something stuck in my tooth there. I should have paused it, shouldn't I? Number whatever, not to be so uncouth. Yeah. So yeah, I want to try at least to put one of my patterns down. I need to slurp my tea because it has got a little cold. I can't do that in front of you, so I'll be right back. One of these days I'm going to do that, and it won't work, and you'll see me glug that down, which would be great. Not okay. I've got a new highlighter because that one was going a bit iffy. Sort out my paperwork and tax. Oh, yeah, that training course that I went on highlighted to me just how bad I've been at record keeping. I started off because, you know, everything was new. So I started off with all the best of intentions, and I had printed out every receipt, and I had a folder for each supplier, and, you know, I was so, and if I had bought any stationery, I kept the receipt for it. I haven't done any of that. So I need to do it. I need to sort out a filing system. Absolutely. I want to circle that one. And yeah. 19, make some other kind of tutorials. By that I mean ones that I've not ever thought of tackling, maybe corner to corner. Perhaps Tunisian, do some more knitting, that sort of thing. I've kind of, you know, not really branched out much in that respect. Number 20, I want to make a wearable. I've been saying this for some time, but one thing I've always said is I do not want to make a wearable this size. Having said that, I do here have a poncho that I've been making, and it is 3/4 finished. So I have made a wearable, but it's a poncho, so it's not really, it just goes over you. Anyway, I want to make a wearable, whether it'll be for me or whether it'll be the tail end of the year when I've lost a bit of this weight. We'll have to see. Number 21, I want to do more for my members. Now I've got a new member. And if you're watching, hello, welcome. And to all my existing members and returners, ones that come back. I do want to do more. I did an inside track video not so long ago. Well, it's a while ago now. But I kind of need to do more members stuff because, you know, I know that most of the people that have become members for me just say, no, we don't really care. We're just doing it to support you. So that's fair enough. But, you know, I do want to do some more things specifically for my members and for my Patreons. I never mentioned that. I still have a few Patreons out there. Number 22, I want to sell some stuff. So I don't mean yarn and stuff on Hobby Rocks. That goes without saying. I want to sell some stuff. But what I want to do is the Yarnavan, the whole back end is stuff I brought from my house. And so I would have 48 boxes. No, it can't be that much, surely. 24 maybe. 16. Oh, okay. Maths went out the window then. 16 boxes I could have yarn in. Of that 16, I have 3 that are dedicated to yarn. And I've on the top got a couple of little ones that slide on top, but 3 of those 16 places are yarn. The rest are things like my grandma's tea set, bags and shoes and stuff from my old house. I think I threw the shoes out actually, so maybe not. But there's lots and lots of things, teddies and you know, stuff I brought from my other house. You think, oh, I can't throw that away. But you know, I haven't touched it in all the years I've been here, so the chances, I mean, some of those things are clothes that I'll never get in, even if I lost loads of weight of a different shape now, and I probably never get in them. So I want to go through that and be quite mercenary and sell some stuff on eBay and stuff like that. Now I did make up a couple of charity bags, big black sacks for charity, and there was bags in there, yarn, there were clothes, there was knickknacks, all sorts of stuff. And we took it along and they said, no, sorry, we've got too much stuff, we can't take it. And I thought, oh, okay, too good to throw away really. So I took some to like a bank, you know, like the clothes bank and the shoe bank and that sort of thing. But the rest of it I just had to chuck away because they were turning it away. And it was one of those charity shops that's like a big warehouse. And I thought, well, if you haven't got space for it, I don't know if the shop would. So that's what I want to, you know, sell some stuff, get rid of some stuff. We will do more tip runs because we're doing more DIY. So if I take it and put it in, you know, banks and stuff like that as well. I tried to give it to charity. I did try. Number 23. I want to do my derma rolling and other kind of procedures over there on Rocksteady. And I started derma rolling and did start seeing some results from that. It was really good. But then I had the illness and that really knocked me out. And since then, I've had allergies. And what happened was I had 5 big patches put on my back for various things that they put in products, mostly. I thought it'd be food, but apparently I might have to go to London for that. But yeah, it was all of the things that they put in medication and toiletries and all of the things that could spark it. Well, while these things were on my back, my allergy symptoms went absolutely haywire. I had everything. I had nettle rashes coming up. I had a big red rash there with loads of bumps and spots on it. I got spotty face. I had rashes here. It was just a nightmare. Like everywhere was having a reaction. And when she took them off, it turns out that I had one thing that reacted, but whether it didn't react on the actual contact part, and it did in my bloodstream, I have no idea. But I had loads and loads of symptoms. So I had to stop because I had a bit of a breakout, which I did wonder as well if it was a new bedding that I bought. I didn't wash it first and put it on, so it had starch in it, and that's always a bit of a no-no, isn't it? So I should have done that. I should have washed it first. But so yeah, and I actually would like to have some microdermabrasion and see how that goes. Yeah, and do that. Maybe obviously someone will have to do that to me, so I won't be filming it, but I will film the before and after. And I do that over on Rocksteady, where I do all the kind of lifestyle-y stuff and guinea pig type stuff. And if, you know, when I had the actinic keratosis, little skin cancer thing diagnosed, I did the treatment live and looked a picture. I know, did. So number 24, and last but by no means least, find more giveaways for Hobby Rocks. So what do I mean by that? When I do orders, when people order from me from hobbyrocks.co.uk, I always try and put extras in. Most of the time I try and put extra yarn in, but sometimes if I know they're a knitter or a crocheter, I'll put in a knitting pattern or one of my knitting magazines or a book. I'll put in crochet magazines, crochet patterns if I know they're a crocheter, sometimes hooks, sometimes the freebies that come in the books that I get regularly, I'll pop that hook in someone's, but I have to know that they crochet to be able to put crochet stuff in. So recently I did order some little bits and bobs from Temu, little crafty bits like needle threaders and stuff like that, with tiny key rings with crochet hooks on and stuff like that. So I sent them off, but with the fact that now not most of my subscribers used to be the ones ordering, now I've got people coming from all over. You know, like I said, I advertised in a knitting magazine, so I don't know that the people might have been knitters. I've got people who now just find me on Google because I'm ranking higher and higher on Google. I managed to get page 1. Well, actually, I think it's 2, but it's within the first scrolling page. Hobby Rocks comes up most of the time now there. Some things like maybe mystery boxes, I'm first page of Google. There's quite a few things where I get first page. So I find that I get people from all over now, and I don't recognise names, and I don't know if they're knitters or crocheters or what. So and you know, somebody the other day ordered a diamond painting and stuff like that. So yeah, I just want to get more nice little crafty things I can pop in. So that's that really. That's my 24. So what do we do with this then? I figured that if you're not if you haven't got a channel, you can just pop them in the comments. I will read them. You don't have to say 24 if you don't want to, but you can list 24. If you've got a channel and you want to do this, then by all means do. You can do as many as you want. You don't have to say 24, but it is 2024, and Sam come up with that idea of doing 24 for 24, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I've yeah, now got to tag some people that but I consider everybody who watches, if they want to do it, you can be tagged. So I will tag Granny D. I haven't been able to pop into Granny D's live recently, and I've been in a few, but I've not been able to get into D, which is sad because I like to go into D's. I do that from time to time, try my best, but it's been a bit busy with Christmas and everything else. So yeah, Granny D, you're tagged. KERI the Yarny Elephant, I did pop in your live a little while ago, so you are tagged. Let's see. Sam's done it already. And Crystal did it. So let's do Yarn Addict. You'll have to tell him. I don't suppose he'll watch my videos, but he can be tagged. And who else can be? Jan Carruthers. How about you? How about you? You want to be tagged? So there's lots of other people I haven't mentioned, but if you want to be tagged, then please do feel free to make your own goals and I won't say resolutions. Resolutions never really come to much, do they? So at least I managed to get this one done without it messing up. Thank goodness. And that was very annoying. I wasted about an hour and a half today. Teach me, won't it? Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you had a brilliant New Year and Christmas, and let's make the next year the best it can be. And the idea is that at the end of the year I'm going to revisit this and see just how many I did and how many I didn't do. So I'm going to keep this piece of paper somewhere, and we shall see. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.